Thank you for joining in today. This is Purita. As always, I'm excited for the opportunity to reach out to you and to communicate the things that bring fulfillment in life. Today, my focus is on that we all need to minimize distractions around us. We need to reduce the level of distractions that we have right now in order to fast track our process and our attempt to reach success or to achieve success. So distractions abound. There are so many of them, the things that we're seeing and the things we're hearing and the things that we're doing. These can all constitute a great deal of distraction when it comes to achieving your life goals, your life objectives, and your potential in life. And so it is absolutely important for you to minimize the distractions that life is throwing at you. There is the internet, which is always posing a great distraction in the way we are being overwhelmed with social media postings. We're overwhelmed with messages on WhatsApp. We're overwhelmed with what the internet is saying, to the point where we can begin to focus much of our attention in consuming these social media sites and forget that we have our dreams to pursue, we have our goals to achieve, we have objectives we've set for ourselves. So it is very important as a change maker to make sure that you are intentionally minimizing the obstacles and minimizing the distractions that life is throwing at you. The fewer distractions you have, the better chances you have at achieving great success. So if you are someone who's not consciously working on eliminating the distractions that you find along the way, you may find that it will take you a longer time to achieve your objectives, to achieve your goals. So there are so many things that are holding us back, and we can recognize these things. But it's important. It's difficult sometimes to work on ourselves to limit the extent to which these things influence us, the way these things hold us back from making progress, from making the much needed progress in our projects, in our businesses, and in every initiative that we find ourselves in. So you need to make sure that you are working on yourself and recognizing the fact that you have weaknesses sometimes when it comes to setting limits and calling a timeout. So sometimes you just find yourself going on and on your mobile phone and WhatsApping people and texting people and doing all these things. But it gets to a point where you call it timeout. It gets to a point where you decide, I've had enough. I need to focus on my objective right now. I need to go read a book right now. I need to start to, develop my strategic goals. I need to start working on what I'm supposed to be doing at the moment, rather than wasting precious time on the internet and doing things that are not helping me with achieving my objectives. So take a good look at your life, and you have to decide which distractions you can eliminate, which distractions you have to get out of the way. It's up to you. It's all up to you to decide that this is a distraction and I need to deal with it accordingly. It's all up to you to decide to improve your chances of success by dealing with these distractions. It's all up to you to decide that you are going to make your life better by dealing with these distractions, by getting rid of some of these distractions. I know it's absolutely necessary for us. It's necessary for us to have things that can entertain us, but you need to watch out. And you have to define how much entertainment you need, at least for a day. You have to define how much of entertainment is enough for you for a day. And if you find yourself been watching the internet, like been watching videos, if you just binge watch on maybe YouTube, if you binge watch Facebook, if you binge watch anything, it can become a problem. So you have to filter the things that are going through your life every day and the things that you are doing. And this is the issue here. If you don't have a plan for a day, you will find distractions creeping in. And sometimes they come in the name of things that are necessary, like a friend asking you, hey, can we go out for shopping? It could be something good you're doing for the friend by helping them do shopping. Maybe if they're not good at maybe getting good, negotiating prices, if they're not good at that, they might find you to be someone who can accompany them. But are you going to accompany them all the time at your own expense? That can over time become a serious distraction if you're someone who is a yes man. If you want to do whatever people ask you to do, it can become a serious distraction to you. If you're that kind of person who find it difficult to say no, when people want you to go out of your way, you are easily always going out of your way. People want you to just abandon your work, your project you're currently working on, and start doing other things. And you're that kind of person who easily says yes and says no, or putting a halt on your own personal projects and go do other things with people, things that will bring fulfillment to those people. You might find that you are someone who is surrounding yourself or giving in to a lot of distractions. So watch out for all these things that are distracting you from working on yourself and from achieving your goals. So the more distractions you have to deal with, the more difficult it will become for you to accomplish everything you want to accomplish. So if you work hard at eliminating the distractions, or at least minimizing these distractions, you will find out that it becomes easier for you to achieve the things that you set out to achieve every day, every week, and every month, and even every year. So if day by day you allow yourself to be held back by distractions, you will find out that at the end of the year you would have achieved so little compared to other people who have consciously worked on themselves to eliminate the distractions. And you don't have to be in a very high position of power to implement these things I'm talking about. You could just be someone who's starting out their career. You could be someone who's starting out a business. You just venture into entrepreneurship and you are finding it difficult in managing your time. Then I want to encourage you that it's time to step back and assess the things that you are doing and identify which ones are distractions and which ones are the absolutes, the things that you have to do, the things that you have to continue to do to survive your initiative, to nurture your dream, to nurture your plans, and to build that thing you want to achieve and see it succeed and materialize in your own eyes. And if you can't exercise some self-discipline, then you're not going to go anywhere when it comes to minimizing distractions. So people who successfully minimize these distractions in their lives are people who can discipline themselves. They can apply some level of self-discipline where they can tell themselves, I've had enough for myself and I need to move on right now. I can continue to dwell on this. It's time to move on to something else. I can continue to waste my time on this. It's not giving me any future gratification. It might give me instant gratification, but it's not going to take me anywhere when it comes to achieving my goals, my bigger goals, which gives me long-term gratification. So we have to consciously work on minimizing distractions. Distractions, as you would find, will not just disappear. They won't just go away. You can't just wish distractions away. You have to consciously work at dealing away with them. You have to consciously work at eliminating these distractions. And so if you can find any encouragement today as a young professional, as a young entrepreneur, find it in this, that the power is in your hands to eliminate the distractions, those things that steal your time, the things that are draining your time away, and you're losing so much time to these things. You have to find a way to get rid of these things. And the right time is now. It's not going to be tomorrow. It's not going to be the next week or the next month, because you don't have control over those, the next week and the next month. You have control over now. So if you can get up right now and say, I've had enough of wasting my time. I have had enough of doing things that are taking me nowhere. If you can do that, then you will find that you will be getting out of that pit hole. You'll be getting out of that pit, of that vicious cycle of continuously wasting your time day in, day out and going nowhere. So Be encouraged, dear friends, that it is possible to eliminate distractions or to minimize distractions. And if you can't start now, what you will find later on is that you have accumulated so much distractions around you that it's going to be absolutely difficult to deal with. So be encouraged and get rid of those things that are not helping you to achieve your destiny or to realize your dreams and your potential. Thank you so much for watching today, and stay blessed.